Welcome to my YouTube channel, Dreamify Animation. Today, I bring you a story that travels beyond galaxies, transcends time, and stretches the boundaries of love and destiny. A tale of light reaching across infinite darkness, of one final wish echoing through space, and a bond formed between two souls from different worlds, one born of stardust, and one forged in human fragility. This is the journey of a dying girl on a collapsing space station, and the alien captain who dared to answer her last signal in the far corner of the Andromeda expanse, where stars are born and die in the blink of an eye. There drifts a small, forgotten human space station, Ethna 7, once a thriving outpost for deep space observation. It now floats silently near the edge of a gravitational anomaly, dangerously close to the jaws of a black hole. Its systems flicker, its defenses are gone, its communications are faint whispers, but within its hollow chambers, a single heartbeat still echoes. Her name is Alara. Alara is 17 years old, the last survivor of the station after a critical systems failure and solar radiation burst killed the crew. She was a child of the stars, born aboard Athena 7 and trained as an engineer. For weeks, she's kept herself alive by repairing essential life support systems with limited resources. Her days blur into darkness, the silence interrupted only by the creaking of steel and her own determined breathing. She knows the station is collapsing. She knows the black hole is pulling them in. But she's not ready to die. One night, as she floats near the broken communications array, she hears something, a frequency buried deep in the static. With trembling fingers, she rewires the ancient panel and sends out a signal. It is not a distress call. It is a message from her heart. If anyone hears this, my name is Alara. I'm not ready to disappear. If you find this, please don't let me fade alone. That message, powered by the last reserves of the station's energy core, surges into space. It passes dying stars, shattered moons, and abandoned satellites. It travels for days, weeks, until it reaches a region of space known only to a distant alien race. The Seraphim are an ancient and noble civilization that evolved from crystal-bonded life forms. Their bodies shimmer like translucent gems, and they possess minds capable of feeling emotions as deeply as humans, though in a more measured, calculated way. They live in harmony with their universe, protectors of balance, and historians of forgotten truths. They don't interfere often with other species, but this message, this desperate plea, it reaches them in a way they haven't experienced in eons. It is received by a young captain named Kale, newly promoted, driven by curiosity, and burdened with a secret past. Kale listens to the human girl's message and feels something stir. Deep within his core, the Seraphim High Council dismisses the message as irrelevant. They calculate the odds of her survival to be less than 0.01%. They urge Kale to ignore it, but Kale cannot. He hears something in Alara's voice, a warmth, a flicker, a refusal to let go. It is a spark his people have long forgotten. And so, he defies protocol, steals a ship built for quantum navigation, and sets a course for the human space station, orbiting the edge of death. His ship, the Aurelus, cuts through hyperspace like a shard of light. Along the way, Kale listens to Alara's message again and again. He decodes fragments of her logs, pieces together her repairs, and studies her struggle. He begins to see her not as a dying human, but as a force of sheer will. His fascination becomes concern. His concern becomes connection. Meanwhile, Elara begins to hallucinate from oxygen deprivation. She writes in her journal, unsure if anyone will ever read it. I wonder if the stars remember the people who watched them. I wonder if death is silence or a different kind of light. As Kale nears the Athena 7 station, he discovers a gravity distortion field caused by the black hole has accelerated time differently around her. For her, days have passed. For him, only hours. Her vitals are dropping. The station is in its final drift. He doesn't have clearance to enter human space, but he no longer cares. He approaches the crumbling station and sends out a communication ping. There's no answer. He breaches the outer hull with precision, navigating debris and unstable magnetic fields. Inside, the corridors are dark. Systems are failing. He finds her in the central chamber, conscious, pale, barely breathing. Kale stares at her. He has never seen a human up close. Her skin is soft, fragile. Her hair floats around her like the tendrils of a nebula. Her heartbeat is slow, but it's there. He touches her face and feels the heat of life. It stuns him. He lifts her gently and carries her back through the dying corridors, back into his ship, back into the light. He stabilizes her vitals with alien medical tech, but knows she needs something more hope. Elara wakes days later in a glowing chamber with no gravity, soft blue lights pulsing around her. She sees Kale's shimmering form and gasps. He speaks through a vocal translator, his voice calm, melodic. You sent a wish into the void. I heard it, she cries. She doesn't even try to hide it. He's startled by the intensity of her emotions. I thought I was already dead, she says. Kale looks at her, something foreign in his crystalline eyes. You are not. Thus begins a journey neither of them could have imagined. As Kale returns with Elara to Seraphim territory, tensions rise among his people. Some accuse him of tainting their neutrality. Others watch the human girl with curiosity, unsure what she represents. But Elara proves herself quickly. She is brilliant, adaptive, and warm. She helps repair the Seraphim's old energy conductors, introducing them to human ingenuity. She shares stories of Earth, of music and sunsets and laughter. Kale watches her from afar, drawn to the way she lights up every room. For the first time, he understands what his ancestors meant when they spoke of emotional resonance. They grow closer. One night, aboard the Auralis, Kale shows her the birth of a star through a crystal lens. She takes his hand and whispers, "Is this what falling in love feels like?" He does not know how to answer, but his silence is louder than words. Back on Earth, the signal Elara sent has been intercepted. The Earth Alliance believes she is dead, but now they demand answers. How did an alien ship reach her first? And what are the Seraphim doing with her? Warships are launched. Tensions flare. Kale is ordered to return. Elara, she is a human. Her fate belongs to her own kind. But neither of them wants to be separated. Not now. Not after what they've built. Kale pleads with the Council to let her stay. Elara begs Earth Command to listen. But the universe is not kind to those who love across species. A confrontation seems inevitable. In secret, Elara records one final message. If love can travel across galaxies, if it can outshine death and silence, then maybe we are not so different after all. She and Kale escape aboard the Auralis, pursued by both Seraphim enforcers and Earth's battle cruisers. They flee to the edge of the same black hole that once threatened her life. There, Kale activates an experimental wormhole device. It can send them anywhere, anywhen, but only once. As they prepare to jump, Kale turns to her. If you choose to go back to Earth, I'll understand. She shakes her head. Wherever you go, I go. The Auralist disappears into the rift, leaving behind a trail of light. Years later, legends spread across star systems of a seraphim, captain, and a human girl who vanished into a dying star's shadow. Some say they died. Others say they founded a new colony where humans and aliens live as one. But one thing is certain, their message remains in the stars. And if you ever tune into the right frequency, you might hear a soft voice saying, "I'm Alara, and I'm not ready to fade." This is not just a story of survival. It's a story of love stronger than fate. A story of rebellion born from compassion. A story that reminds us that no matter how different we seem, when we listen, we might just save each other. Thank you for watching this anime story. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you'd like to hear the next chapter of Alara and Kale's journey, or if you'd like more intergalactic stories like this. Until next time, keep looking at the stars, because somewhere out there, someone might be listening.